It's all about the learning experience, man. It's so dramatic. Good afternoon, everyone. What's going on, honey? Where have we been?
Pardon?
Where have we been? Where have we been?
We've just been about. A lot's happened and we're coming out the other side.
Yeah, for those who follow me on Instagram, I got hit by a car. That was pretty awesome. So, unfortunately, the dyno was written off. But, it's what it is, isn't it? That happens. That's what insurance is for. I got a pretty fat insurance payout, and we'll figure out what the next steps are when they come. But what I am going to do in the next video is I'm going to do the whole process. I'm going to show you guys what we have from the crash, and I'll walk through the whole insurance claim process and everything that followed on with that. It's like a how to navigate an insurance claim sort of thing, because I didn't know. I've never been in an accident where I've actually had to claim insurance. I've never been in an accident where I've had a vehicle written off, so I was very unsure. And if I was unsure, I figured there's heaps of people out there that are unsure. So I figured it might be worthwhile doing a quick video to give people a reference to sort of put their minds at ease.
It's definitely interesting, you know, you take out insurance and cover your vehicle for such cases where this happens, but when it actually happens and you have to go through that process and then your vehicle is written off, you don't realize how attached you are to something until it's gone. So that's definitely been a big part of this. You know, saying goodbye to the dyno was really hard because Mitch got it just before we started like hanging out and then dating, and then it was the first Harley I ever went on, and then it was the first Harley I ever rode myself. And Mitch and I went through hell and back to make that dyno what she was, and she got to a really good place, and then, you know, an unfortunate thing happened and now she's gone. But you know, on to bigger and better things. We'll see what happens next.
Yeah, hopefully we can figure something else out, something maybe a little newer. I've got a lot of questions that I want to ask, not only myself, but people that I surround myself with that know a bit more than me, have a bit more life experience, and I want to pick their brain before I make my next choice. So yeah, today though, no more doom and gloom. Today we're tidying up Honda Rebel things. Walk us through what's going on with the Rebel. What happened?
So for starters, she just needs a little touch up on the exhaust.
The exhaust, where it gets the hottest, is obviously just wasn't as good as what it should have been, and with time it's just sort of melted off. So we're gonna see if we can take this slip-on muffler off, mask this area here, and touch it up with some high heat paint and try and blend it in a bit so that way it looks nice and newish again.
And then there's a couple of other things we have to touch up, as you would say. So Mitchell doesn't have a motorbike at the moment, so I've been so graciously letting him borrow mine because I can't stand his whinging about not riding a motorbike.
Whoa.
I let him ride my motorbike.
Wait, who bought this motorcycle for you again?
Exactly,
who bought
for
that
me.
motorcycle? No, I bought that motorcycle.
For me, so it's mine. So Mitchell lovingly dropped it the other day.
By accident.
By accident.
Accidents happen.
Accidents totally happen. Probably shouldn't have been riding in the first place. Anyway, so we've just got a little bit of scratching here on the clutch, and then over
That's
here.
the brake, darling.
Wow. On the brake.
So wait, who shouldn't be
On the
riding?
break.
Who shouldn't be riding right now?
I haven't ridden my bike in a few
But at
days.
least I know what the controls are.
I haven't ridden my bike in a few days because Mitchell's been riding it, and then I haven't wanted to ride it since he dropped it because the bars are bent. So
I
yeah,
know where the brakes are.
a little bit of damage on the windshield I have here. A few little scratches. Nothing crazy. But he did a good job. They would come down. These are a lifesaver. I'm sure if those weren't on there, there would have been a bit more damage than there is. I would like to say that all of this is from the drop, but most of it's from me shredding. This is from the drop. I don't shred that hard. And then this one. This one is probably the worst out of all the cosmetic damage. But we have been hooked up with a new tip for the exhaust, so we're going to take this one off and replace it. So then it doesn't look so bad. Let me touch up that little bit there. But that's it. And then the bars themselves are just a little off. I don't know if you can see it, but this side is fine. This side is not.
Wonky.
It's just, yeah. Until we fix it up, I'm gonna ride it as little as possible.
It's actually a really nice sweep on them. So, for all you Honda Rebels owners out there, you guys probably already know, Honda Rebel actually has 1-inch bars, which is unique for a Jap bike. I thought they all had 7/8, but we found out early on that it's a 1-inch, which means we can fit Harley bars on it. So we've got some risers here. We're going to put them together, line them up next to the actual bars that we've got at the moment, and see if we can get away without extending cables and whatnot, and just get away with these as they are, and go from there. Get some nice new bars on there, black out the controls, make them look Mickey Mouse.
Just looking at it from what he's got, like just holding it, I don't think they're gonna fit. I think we're gonna need to extend the cables, which is fine. Just means I'll be riding a wonky bar bike for a while.
I think we'll get away with it. Look at that. I think we'll get away with it. They fall short. Get my glasses on here. Oh, honey, I think we'll get away with it. Pretty much level. So, do you want to take on the exhaust, or do you want to start with the controls?
I don't want to do either.
Well, good thing you don't have a choice. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do the easy job or the hard job?
I shouldn't have to do either because I'm not the one who damaged either.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's all about the learning experience, man. It's all about, you know, working as a team, coming together as a family and fixing things together. So, probably shouldn't have gone all the way up. He's hurting. Oh, he's wide into there. Where's the other one? He's stinky as a bag. That's all you gotta do.
Just gives me PTSD.
Oh, stop it.
gives me PTSD.
Why does it give you PTSD?
Because the last time we tried to do this, my bike wasn't rideable.
Oh, it was just locking on the throttle. We just had to change the position. We were just tired and annoyed and didn't know any better. And we got help for it and it was fine. We're being dramatic. So dramatic. Need a whoosher. Need a whoosher. Headlight.
You can find me another headlight.
Oh no, it's just because it's massive. Like it seems really big. And it just gets in the way of...
The housing's huge because how much wiring's in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That they're a bit... We're done with the bar adjustment. We turned the camera off for a little bit so we could focus up on making sure everything lined up okay. And we wrapped the whole bar in tape to make sure we didn't scratch anything. And while we fiddled with the alignment of the risers, the top clamps, the throttle and brake cables, everything, because we know that the brake line on this side is super tight. It was tight with the last bar setup, and we knew that this one would be close, and this one is that smidgen bit tighter, but we were able to get away with it. And here's the end result. Just looks way tidier. It's brought the gauge physically back to her a little bit. It's also bringing the bars back a little bit to her, so she'll be reaching a whole lot less. What do you reckon, honey? You stoked?
Yeah.
You stoked?
Very happy.
You want to sit on it? Show everyone? Took a bit of work, but we got there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about it?
That's my motorbike. Can I get to ride it?
Yeah. My favorite thing about it is before it had like a chrome riser extension into the gauge, whereas now, as you can see,
Black on black on black.
yeah, that's
baby.
right, all black, baby. And it just looks way nicer. Looks like it was done properly. Super good result. Now what are we gonna do?
Go to Big Fish for some dinner!
Gonna get some steak at the Big Fish. Alrighty, so we're back from dinner at the Big Fish. We're not gonna bore you with that because we've already taken this show there before. Now it's moving on to fixing up that exhaust. So I'm gonna give the bike a quick wash and clean and let it dry before I take it off and mask it. But while I'm waiting for it to dry, I might change that end cap and yeah, get it looking all pretty again. Bike is nice and clean, and now it is time to replace the damaged end cap on this thing. So this is a TBR slip-on muffler for the Honda Rebel, and this end cap just has 4 bolts that hold it in place, and we're going to fix it up because it's got a bit of a scuff on it here, and yeah, get it looking all good as new again. Coming over here. Yeah, we got a bit of old and busted. Replacing it with some new hotness. Old and busted, new hotness. Alrighty, so the end cap has been replaced. She's looking Mickey Mouse again. Now it's to remove this slip-on exhaust and mask off this area and maybe a bit of this area and respray this. It feels really good to give this bike some love because of how reliable it is. We kind of neglected a little, but now she's actually looking really sweet. She's looking like she's almost like a custom bike, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, onto coating that bit of exposed steel. Is the black going to be darker than the rest of the exhaust? Most likely, but we're hoping just to sort of band-aid this issue, not really completely replace it. Ideally, if it doesn't hold, we're going to get the whole exhaust recoated so that way it'll look all brand new and nice, because I know a guy that can help me do that. But we're just looking to get it looking like the rest of the pipe, get it blending in with the rest of the bike, and calling it a day. Alright, so we got the slip-on muffler off. Super easy, just a bolt and a little hose clamp. So now I'm going to get our Cerakote or Raptor coat, whatever you want to call it, high heat exhaust, just flat black paint, and give it a quick hit and leave it overnight to set. Ideally, apparently you got to heat it up to get it to really set, and actually get where it's painted heated up to get it to really set. Again, we're just doing this to quickly make the bike look nice as best we can without investing a whole heap of time and effort into it, and call it a day. Because worst comes to worst, if it ends up looking like a turd, we will just send it off to get proper coated. So time to spray it. It's been re-sprayed in that area. Sorry, I didn't film the actual spraying process. It's just hard to handle a rattle can and the camera at the same time. But now I'm going to leave this set overnight and whack it back on the bike first thing in the morning and see how she looks.
The next day.
Alright, good morning. It's the next day. Bit of a sleepy start, but the exhaust has cured a little bit. So now we've got a nice black sort of collector section, whereas before it was just a bit minced up and needed a bit of love. So now we're gonna slip this guy back on and fire her up and get it nice and hot. First, let's just get this bolt back in there, so that way I can then tighten up this lower clamp and then slowly button her all up. Next thing we gotta do is then slide this little hose clamp up and tighten her down. Alright, with that one all done and dusted now, just gonna give her a quick wipe, and then I'll take her out and fire her up and see how she goes. Go for a quick ride around the block to the local servo, fill her up, make sure that the controls are all dialed and nothing's going to come loose over bumps, and just triple check my work. Make sure everything's going to be nice and safe. Got back. Everything is sweet. I aimed for every bump that I could to try and see if the bars would rotate or if perch clamps would move and stuff like that. I of course cranked it down as much as I could within reason, but you should always check those things, I guess, because you know, I'm not a tech, I'm not a mechanic. There's been situations where I've done things myself and haven't done these types of checks, and you know, I'm commuting on the way to work and I hit the tiniest bump on the road, and the next thing you know, your bars have rotated and all your controls are in your lap. It's scary. So I always like to double check these things, especially when it's Carissa's bike. But yeah, done and dusted. We've installed the Thrash and Supply low bend bar to the Honda Rebel. We've taken off the muffler, replaced the end cap from the drop, tidy up where the ceramic coat on it had started to come off, and fixed it all up. And she's looking sweet again. Like, she is a really nice little bike. So yeah, on to doing the standard weekend house chores, and I don't know, maybe I'll go for a skate tonight. So yeah, for those who have followed me on other social platforms, you guys will be well and truly aware that I was in an incident and that the dyno was destroyed. I'm going to do, as I said, a full video on what happened on the incident, how to navigate the insurance process, what to sort of expect, in the hopes that I can put some people's minds at ease who are out there and maybe have never experienced this sort of stuff before. And hopefully the lesson learned from that video will be, do the right thing, get a good insurance company, and make sure you're covered, because I wasn't at fault for that incident, and it's never about you being the source of the problem. It's about all the morons out there on cars and stuff like that. Am I going to get another bike and stay on the road? Absolutely. It's just a matter of when. I'm not scared of riding. It hasn't changed my opinion of it. I've always been a rider, fully aware and present around the fact that at any point in time, some idiot can just take you out. So yeah, if I go skating tonight, you'll see a couple of cool clips of that. And if not, peace out, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.